Hello and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. In today's video, I am going to give you a preview of the fish that are potentially going to be available for sale next week. The reason why I say potentially for sale is because I have a few fish that I selected that I would like to possibly hold back for breeding purposes, but I would like to get a second opinion from some of my breeder friends. Since this is only my second spawn, I really like to rely on the help, expertise, and knowledge of more experienced breeders to help guide my decisions. For those of you that are new, let me explain the process of how I sell my fish. Now, because I only spawn a very small amount of fish every year, and because these koi bettas are in such high demand, I split up my sales into a two-part process. I first list the fish on my Patreon page, where my Betta Buddy Patreon tier supporters get to choose which fish they would like to buy first, and then the leftover fish I list on my website. Usually I will make an announcement on one of my social media platforms, so either on Twitter, which is Kasha Pet Keeping, or on Instagram at Creative Pet Keeping, that the fish are available at the store. The reason why I don't let people personally message me or send me emails requesting or trying to reserve fish is that because I get so many messages with requests to buy these fish that it becomes really overwhelming for me. In regards to pricing, I personally have a 3-tier system, which is show, breeder quality, pet quality, and then pet quality, but with some minor faults. This year, because my fish are kind of on the runty side, I'm probably going to price them at either pet quality or pet quality with flaws. One example of pet quality with flaws would be this female in the middle. She is overall pretty healthy, really chubby because she just ate, but she's actually almost missing a ventral. One of her ventrals is just really stubby, so because of that she will get priced lower. Here's another example of a flawed fish. This guy is what you would call a spoonhead. I will make a video about this in the future, kind of showing you a little more clearly why he's a spoonhead. This guy is one of the males I am considering keeping to breed. I kind of like this guy, not really sure yet 100%. But I wanted to kind of give you guys a closer look at some of these fish. I will be photographing them and filming them in nice clear containers that are not dirty and covered in water, little marks and droplets and whatnot. But this is the little kind of rough and dirty preview. Maybe next year, if I feel brave enough, I will attempt 2 spawns versus 1. So far, I've been only sticking to 1 spawn realistically because I'm kind of scared to take on too much. It's a little easy to overwhelm yourself. It is also very easy to burn out in the betta breeding hobby, so it is a lot better to pace yourself. I am also breeding a variety of cichlids on top of everything, so I've kind of got my hands full, so it's a little nicer to kind of take it easy. And even this year, I feel like I didn't give these guys as much attention as the spawn last year because some of that attention was taken away by taking care of the cichlids. I forgot to put this disclaimer at the beginning of the video, but I should mention that these jars, as well as beanies that I keep the fish in, are only temporary grow out situations for these little guys before they're getting sold. I feel like as this channel is growing, I need to make sure to tell you guys this because some people that are new might be confused or upset and think this is how I am permanently keeping my fish, so this is just a little disclaimer. I also heat the entire room. I keep it at about 80-81-ish, kind of fluctuates around there, and that keeps the jars warm. Now, over here we've got 2 more males. Now, these are big boys out of this small runty group, so they got put into larger 1-gallon jars so they could have more room for being sassy and activities. This guy actually was a completely dark male. He lost his color, became cellophane, and now he kind of looks like a Dalmatian at the point. I mean, all of the fish that I have are marbles, and then we add these fancy names to them, so I am gonna call him a Dalmatian for now, but is he a Dalmatian? Who knows? He is a male I am considering keeping. Not sure for breeding purposes. I'm just curious to see what he's going to turn into. I think that's one of the cool aspects of working with marbles is you just don't know. See, he used to actually look like this one and completely lost coloration. Now, this male, on the other hand, he's this nice dark bodied metallic. As you can see, there is kind of like a blackish base. It looks like a blackish base, but actually black is one of the top layers on Betta's, and he's got some red. Oh, now we're back in this guy again, looking at him swimming majestically. But in regards to the male on the right, he is a dark-bodied male, and when you kind of look at him at first, he's just this like dark blackish fish. But when you shine light on him, like with my other metallics, he becomes magical as he eats his little bloodworm, like the cute little piggy that he is. That is, I think, why a lot of metallics are so underrated, because you can't see their awesomeness until you shine light on them and they become magical. Lastly, I have these two females that are actually from last year's spawn. They were the two runty girls from last year, and I was holding them back just to see what they were going to turn into and to keep them as backup breeders, but I ended up not breeding them, so I am considering putting them up for sale. The one on the left, I believe, might actually be considered a true koi because she has not changed and not marbled at all for, I think, almost an entire, over a year pretty much. So I'm kind of excited about this girl. Here is a closer look at her after I fed her. So she's really plump and chubby and full of bloodworms, and it's because she's so transparent, you can actually see the eggs in the back. So the little white area that is behind the dark area. The dark area is all the bloodworms that she ate, and then the little white area is actually her eggs. She's kind of wiggly. It's kind of hard to see, but I think it is very interesting to observe. And the interesting things with, cellophanes and fish that are more transparent like that is you can actually see either their ovaries or their eggs. Their little... she's so wiggly. Why are you being so wiggly? Happy chubby wiggly girl. And then, let's try to see with the cellophane if I can... Oh, the struggle is real. Oh, you can actually see the eggs better. Do you see them? The eggs are in the back. That's so... Oh, the jars, they distort everything. But, yeah, you can kind of see the eggs. I think that's really cool. And I guess we could take one more close-up look at the guy I'm going to call Dalmatian. He's probably not, but I'm just going to call him that. He's okay. I don't know. I feel like his top line is maybe. And then the dark metallic, which, once again, if you don't shine light on him, he's just a black blob. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and in the comments below, let me know what you think of this batch of bettas from 2018. And guess what? I'm excited. I'm almost at 50,000 subscribers. Ooh!